Welcome back to our channel. In today's powerful video, we're going to delve into the valuable words and insights of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's book, The Fall of America. In this short excerpt, we're going to be exploring how his teachings resonate with the current state of America's economy, global conflicts that you may not be aware of, and the looming specter of the dollar's collapse. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad's message of self-reliance echoes louder than ever in today's uncertain economic landscape. And we're actually blessed to still have his student, the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, still pushing this message, which is a message of mercy. With layoffs and downsizing rampant in the job market, his call for doing for self takes on renewed importance. In The Fall of America, Muhammad highlights the need for economic empowerment within the black community, and also is looking like those who are also dependent from all races need to take on self-reliance, advocating for entrepreneurship, and I also like to say infopreneurship and self-sufficiency as keys to prosperity. As we witness the repercussions of economic instability, it's clear that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's words ring true. Now more than ever, individuals are seeking alternative paths to financial security, turning to entrepreneurship, self-employment in the face of corporate uncertainty. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad's insights extend beyond economics to the realm of global and geopolitics. In The Fall of America, he warns of escalating conflicts and America's role in perpetuating them. Today, we see his predictions manifest in the complex web of international tensions from the Middle East to Eastern Europe. Let's read from the book Fall of America, chapter 40, The Destruction and Fall, page 171. America is falling. She is now losing the power and authority that she was enjoying in foreign lands. Her fall is very visible. Wherever her authority has been exercised, the people are now crying out in one voice, "Leave us, leave us, Americans, go home to America." The citizens of other countries are telling American citizens, "Leave us, America no longer has friends." America and England deposited their little brother, Israel, on foreign soil. Palestine, which is Arab land, they deprived the Arabs of their own land and sent them into exile. This injustice against the Arabs is now costing America the power and authority that she once exercised in the East. She is on her way out of the Near East. This means bloodshed and plenty of it. In the Near East, there stand navies which are neither American or British. They are there to drive America out. The skies over there are beginning to thicken with foreign planes, carrying deadly weapons, guns, and bombs. They will not be satisfied as long as Israel is in Palestine. The boil has come to a bursting point. We are in a troubled world. We are in a world that is now erupting. With America embroiled in various conflicts and military engagements, most honorable Elijah Muhammad's message serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked aggression and interventionism. Perhaps most presciently, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad foresaw the collapse of the US dollar. Now remember, this book being written in the 1970s, and its ramifications for global economic stability. In today's volatile financial landscape, where inflation runs rampant and the debt levels soar. We're talking about in the hundreds of thousands of trillions of dollars of debt here in America presently. His warnings take on refound urgency. Let's read from The Fall of America, chapter 20, Decline of the US Dollar, page 87. The stronghold of American government is falling to pieces. She has lost her prestige among the nations of the earth. One of the greatest powers of America was her dollar. The loss of such power will bring any nation to weakness, for this is the media of exchange between nations. English pound and the American dollar have been the power and beckoning light of these two great powers. But when the world went off the gold and silver standard, the financial doom of England and America was sealed. This is the number one fall. And it is very clear that the loss of the power of the American dollar means the loss in financial power of America. What will happen since there is no sound backing of her notes? We do not know. But what should we expect even in the next 12 months under the fall of the power of the American dollar? This means that we will have 100% inflation. What can happen under 100% inflation? Well, we can ask Venezuela that. That's not here, but I just thought about it. Your guess is as good as mine. The power of gold and silver was once abundant in America, but the touch of the finger of God against the power of so a mighty nation has now caused the crumbling of and the fall of America. The description it gives is as follows. And he, angel, cried mighty with a strong voice, with authority, saying, Babylon the great is falling, and has become the habitation of devils. Allah has declared the people to be a race of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The description where here give to Babylon by the prophets compares to the recent present history and people of America and their fall. As we grapple with the specter of economic collapse, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings remind us of the importance of financial preparedness and resilience in the face of adversity. Now, as we bring this thing to a close in our conclusion, the fall of America offers invaluable insights into the challenges we face as a nation and as a global community. By heeding the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's message of diligence and foresight, we can navigate these turbulent times with strength and resilience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, below in the description, you'll be able to actually download for free a PDF of The Fall of America. Now remember, like, share, and subscribe this information. We want you to get what's real knowledge. That's why I titled my channel and my business A Rich Education. Rich isn't always about money, but it's also about having a rich knowledge to take us into the next level. Now, since the recording of this video, there's been major war taking place in Israel and Iran, these two major areas in the world. Major conflict strikes have been launched, and right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the turning point, which these things have been happening for years, but once again, being plugged into information that's false, watching the traditional media where we're getting fake news, as you heard former President Trump mention years ago. But disinformation, ladies and gentlemen, is vital for us moving forward in the fall of America, okay? But let me just sit aside for a few seconds and let's hear it from a master teacher who was taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and why I really feel that you should study more of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who taught him, which, as we are taught, God in person, Master Fard Muhammad. And that line right there of teaching the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we're blessed to have still in our midst the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So with that being said, let's listen to his words.
So no matter what they do in the court, I hope they'll be principled enough to let the case go forward. Because what I gave is prophecy that you can find in the Bible and the Quran, that Israel is not going to stay in the Middle East. America is not going to stay in the Middle East. And when that war triggers, all of the countries that it will trigger, the war of Armageddon will be all over the earth. China will be involved. Russia will be involved. Kim Jong-un of North Korea will be involved. And there'll be no hiding place for anyone. Pray that God will keep you safe. Pray for the life of your children. They're young and beautiful, but they don't belong in the service of America.
So if you would like to hear that whole message, click the link in the description below at noi.org, and you'll hear that whole Savior's Day message, which was just recently in February. And the things that are happening now with the strikes, we have to understand that commodities and major assets are in other countries. So this is why America has to fall. It's always been about assets, oil, gold, other commodities, other important things, oil that's needed. But the lives of other people have been lost. So once again, if you want to go deeper into this subject, I wanted to make this short, but we're right here, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't have a lot of time to accept the truth and get ourselves together, because God said he's going to save America for himself. Okay? So with that being said, click the link in the bio, all right? And you'll go to noi.org, and you'll be able to hear the whole Savior's Day message from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Jesus in our midst today. Because we must understand, having him in our midst today is such a blessing. But we must understand that what's going on overseas, which has been going on for decades, what's going on over there is going to affect us here. Inflation is going to skyrocket. The market is going to tank. Okay? But there's major opportunity within this, but you won't get it doing the same thing that you and the world have been doing for years. You're going to be able to benefit from opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, by doing something else. But you must protect your mind, your spirit, your body, your assets, and be prepared within your home for what's coming to America. Because once again, what's going on overseas is going to affect us here in North America. So remember, don't forget to read the description below. Download your free copy of Fall of America. Take action right now, because time is imminent. Because I want you all to take care, take heed, and I want you to stay safe. But remember, we're in a new economy, we're in a new time, and all empires, especially empires on this level of destruction, have to fall. Once again, take care, take heed, stay safe, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you